Welcome back to the Cricket Pulse by LGW. Tuesday night, April 21st, and I'm back in the studio, chicken free and ready to talk cricket. But we're a man down tonight. Will is currently tackling the night shift at home with the childcare. So it's just the two of us holding the fort today. Loy, a lot of energy after the game.
I've got plenty, George. I've got plenty. And honestly, after what we witnessed in Hyderabad tonight, I don't think I could sleep even if I tried. Will is missing a historic breakdown, but I'm sure he's catching up the highlights between those diaper changes. I'm Loy, and we have a lot to get through after Abhishek Sharma's basically rewriting the record books against the Delhi Capitals.
I wouldn't say he rewrote them. He actually tore them up and threw them into the stands. Come on, a 47-run win for Sunrisers. But to be honest, it felt like much more. But let's dive straight into the carnage. All right, so Sunrisers posted jaw-dropping 242 for two. It was Abhishek Sharma's day today. 135 of 68 balls, 10 fours and 10 sixes. It was masterstroke. I've never seen him striking the ball as clean as today. Looks like he's found his form and his rhythm. He treated every DC bowler like they were amateurs. It was a treat to watch.
Absolutely. And the support what he got was amazing as well, George. To be honest, Travis Head and him set the tone with Travis Head scoring the 37. And then once Travis Head left, we've had Ishan Kishan come in and he played a good solid knock as well. I think Ishan Kishan scored about 25, but again, in 13 balls. And then came Henrik Klassen. You can never keep him out of a game, right? He gets in, he does his job, he just goes on. He just poured gasoline on the fire today. 37 of 13 balls. DC bowlers had nowhere to hide. Mukesh Kumar and Nitish Rana almost went for 14 and over. And absolute mayhem. The bowlers just took a beating today, George.
But you know what? I mean, I do feel bad for Ishan. That was a very unlucky run out. I mean, bless him. But if he had stayed, I think the scoreboard might have looked a little more different than it is already. That being said, I mean, to be honest, when we go back to Travis Head, I still don't think he's able to middle the balls right in the bat. It's sad to see him struggle, but I think if he has a few more of these innings, that would possibly help him.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think he definitely would come good. I think all these top batsmen or players, I think they just one proper innings away from getting into that rhythm. Right? I think as we were talking about Abhishek Sharma as well, he's had great innings, but then again, you see once he's got into that form, today was absolutely different. He just took everyone to the cleaners today. So I think it's and for us as audience, it's fun to watch them bat, right? When they are in their form and they are striking the ball cleanly, it's a delight for us. I think the only saving grace for DC today was Akshar Patel, George, with that one wicket which he took off Travis Head. But then other than that, I think, as you mentioned, I think the run out, the mishap which happened to Ishan, I don't think they got anything. There was much for the bowlers from the DC side.
But the DC do have a concern in terms of Akshar. I did see that. I think the hamstring injuries seem to flare up again. It's a massive concern for them going forward because Akshar is not just the captain; he's pretty much the spine on the field. He's contributes with the batting, bowling, I mean, he plays his heart out, and even fielding. So his leadership is also very important. So that's going to be a big blow if um, I mean, injury is flaring
It's
up.
gonna be, yeah.
But yeah, I can only say DC have their job cut out. Yeah. So, but let's talk about the bowling. Malinga.
Beautiful. I think
Uh,
DC, if you look at the start, George, I think they were good, right? Because I think if you look at it, Nitish Rana
it was
and
brilliant.
Rahul were absolutely beautiful when they started off. And I think after again, sadly, Patum Nisanka fell cheaply, but again, he was taken by Dilshan Madhushankar, who is his own
Mm.
uh, mate from Sri
Countryman. Yeah.
Lanka. But that being said, I think KL Rahul and Nitish Rana gave a solid start, and once Rahul went, Samir Rizvi, that boy again showed
Yeah.
that he's got the potential, right? 41 of 28. And I think when you look at 107 for one, the Hyderabad crowd was a bit nervous.
I actually thought it would be close. I thought DC will make it at that point in time. Um, then Eshan Malinga. What a spell. 4 for 32. He got the best of the best. He got Rana, he got David Miller, and he got both of them in the same over. Miller's, I mean, that's the second time he's getting bowled in the similar fashion. Um, and that was a beauty, though, nonetheless.
Yeah, and I mean he got Tristan Stubbs as well, right? I think so. Absolutely,
Yeah,
each of those deliveries to get the crucial players who did. Again, if you look at Tristan Stubbs, he kind of took away the game from RCB as well the last time they played us, along with David Miller, and if he stays in there, always a
yeah.
chance to try and get the game
That's the
away.
thing
So
about Stubbs. You need to get him out soon. Now, if he sticks around for about 15, 20 minutes and he gets his um, hands warmed up, then he's going to be a problem. But it's important to get him out. And I think they had that plan.
true.
Um, and we have to talk about Harsh Dubey as well. He made a mark. Like he cleaned up the tail, I think, for 3 for 12, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
In those 2 overs.
And again, pretty much the important wicket of Samir Rizvi as well, George. I think he got
Yeah,
Samir Rizvi out, and then he came back and he got Akshar Patel and Ngidi out as well. So I think he pretty much, again, a great start for Harsh Dubey as well in terms of his bowling. 3 for 12 in 2 overs is really solid.
yeah.
A brave
And that
effort,
too at the
again.
tail end.
Exactly, exactly, and a brave effort, to be honest, from DC. But then again, 243 was something we was
It
going to
was
be
very
hard for
steep.
anyone to chase, and unless someone did put on a show like how Abhishek did, I think it was going to be hard.
Mm.
Um, anyways, it's good to see that again. SRH are continuing their form in terms of their comeback, and DC again. Uh, they're winning, they're losing, they're winning and losing. I think they are kind of a mixed bag at the minute. So hopefully, this was supposed to be the match to try and get someone move up to the fourth spot, and I think SRH with this win has kind of moved up there, and especially with that run rate right now, net run rate which they've had today with that 47 runs. I think it surely is going to make some difference in terms of the overall leaderboard as well for them.
Yeah, and Abhishek Sharma is officially the top scorer of this season,
The purple
which is
cap
good.
sorry, the orange cap
The
holder.
orange cap holder, and I think Madhushankar, wasn't he the impact sub? He was solid debut.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'd like to see more of him as well. But again, you can't play, I mean, just Sri Lankans in one whole lineup of foreign players. But yeah, let's see how this turns out. But yeah, all in all, a good show. I mean, pretty much a Abhishek show, but absolutely a spectacle to behold nonetheless. So
Absolutely.
that,
And sorry, Joe, I think just to correct, I think SRH was supposed to move to the fourth, but with their net run rate right now, they've moved to third because RR
whoa,
was at plus 0.599, and with their big massive win, they're equal on points, but the net run rate is plus 0.820, which takes them to third, which is good for them from
wow,
the start they've had.
who would have thought? Okay, okay, there's a lot more surprises in store. So let's see what surprise we have tomorrow. So tomorrow is the battle of the slumps. Um, LSG versus RR. Look, I mean, I don't care about anything else other than watching Vaibhav play straight tomorrow. Um, huge fan of his now. I really hope he comes good. The rest of it, I don't care much,
I don't care.
to be honest. Whether RR wins or LSG wins, I'd rather have RR win though. But anyhow, we head to the Ekana tomorrow. So high stakes
Yeah,
encounter for both because they've hit the wall of late.
pretty much, because I think LSG have lost three in a row right now, and they're stuck in the
Mm.
ninth place. Meanwhile, RR, who looked unbeatable a week ago when we were talking about RR, have dropped two in a row. So one of those streaks has to end tomorrow. So either LSG end their streak or RR ends their streak of losing. But then I am hoping the other one, it's going to be RR who hopefully ends that streak and start going back up the table again. They're not too far off. They're still in the fourth on equal points. But then I think I hopefully want to see them try and get one over Lucknow tomorrow.
But I think the deck is going to be much more contrast than what it was today because it's possibly a lot more slower and less bounce. So that's going to reward tactical bowling and a bit of patience. So I think that's puts RR in the driving seat because they do have some brilliant bowlers to back them. And then if the opening peg of RR get going, it's going to be
they
a
were
steep
in for
climb.
a
But
yeah,
what do you
definitely. I
think the
think
par? What do you reckon the par score would be there?
I think it's about 155 to about 175, George. I think that's usually what is the pass score there in Ekana, based on what we've seen in the previous games. But again, I think, as we keep saying, I think if RR top order gets going, and they would turn any ground into a net practice session. So uh, again, I'm hoping to see some fireworks, irrespective of how the pitch is going to fare, just to see Vaibhav Suryavanshi bat. So as you keep saying, George, I'm a big fan as well as you are. So would love to see him play, and I think hopefully can catch a glimpse of him playing tomorrow. And if they do get to bat first, it'll be fun to see if you see them smash a few out of the park. Uh,
Yeah,
what
I
about the key
think any
matchups and players who you think?
no, as with the par score, I just
Mm-hmm.
think anything above 180 is going to be very difficult to get. So whoever's batting first, I think whoever wins the toss, I would expect will bat first. And whoever's batting first would want to get at least 180. And whoever's bowling first would want to keep them below 150. So
150.
that is
Absolutely.
possibly what they would do. Yes. As far as what were you saying? You were
Key
asking.
matchups tomorrow in terms of players.
I don't know if Rishabh is all right with his arm, but if he is, uh, I'd again say I'd like to see Puran at number 3 and Rishabh 4 or 5. And I really would like Aiden to come good, Mitch Marsh as well. So that's as far as LSG goes. I think they're gonna get Markram to come down the order tomorrow, like the last game, and it did work for Markram. Um, but but I would really want to see Pooran at number 3. And obviously with RR, it starts with Jaiswal and Suryavanshi. Or what do you reckon?
Uh, I I think pretty much the same thing I would say, George. I think Rishabh Pant is getting the starts, but then I think he needs to come in the middle overs to get some runs. I think the perfect position would be down the order to make sure that he can get the team out of those tricky situations and play a mature innings and get some runs on the back as well. Puro needs to come up definitely. Again, in terms of players to look out for LSG, I think. I'm also looking at the chap. What was the name? The bowler, the pace bowler, who's been having a pretty good season as of right now. Um, uh,
Are you
working hard
talking
to
about LSG?
LSG. Yeah, the lad who consistently has been in the wickets. Right, I think even in the last game, he was kind of the player who tried to and pull some back. I keep forgetting his name. Sorry. I'll think of it later. That's fine. Um, it's not Avesh Khan. I think it was Prince Yadav, if I'm not wrong. I think was it Prince
It is,
Yadav?
it is
It's
Prince.
Pr- it's
Yeah.
Prince Yadav. Yeah, I think that's the lad I was thinking about. In terms of Royals, I think again the usual folks. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Jofra Archer, Nandra Berger. I think I would like to see them again do what they do best and try and get the win for them. But again, I think they hopefully can negotiate Mohammad Shami's open spell because I think
You know
Mohammad
what?
Shami's been great.
You know what? I was gonna say that because Suryavanshi has gone after all the top bowlers, especially Indian bowlers as well. You know, he's gone after Bumrah. He's gone after
Bhuvneshwar
Hazelwood.
Kumar.
He's gone after Bowie. I'd like to see how he's going to negotiate Mohammad Shami tomorrow. That's going to be a very interesting battle. Um,
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. And obviously, you know, you
definitely.
have the Jaddu in our
Forever
who,
dependable. Yes.
yes, and he can turn the game any minute. So they've had a couple of, I think, really odd uh, losses, but I think they'll come good. I think it's going to be RR all the way tomorrow.
In terms of head-to-head, I think RR's got 4 wins against LSG's 2. But again, I think we've seen this time around a lot of head-to-heads. We look at people who've had higher head-to-heads lose games. So I think it'll be interesting to watch a low-scoring thriller tomorrow, George. And in terms of predictions, who you think you're going with?
Yeah, I said I think I'm going with RR.
Yeah, brilliant. I think I'm going with RR as well, as much as I would want LSU to bounce back for the sake of Rishabh Pant.
And
But again, I think
I can safely say I can speak for Wilfred and say he's going with LSG simply because we both are going with RR. He wants to be different, so we'll give him that.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%, 100%.
but I think tomorrow will be interesting. Both of them in the slump and both of them hungry. But I really think LSG have a lot to fix from their team ownership to um, the way they, I think the batting lineup, the way they set themselves in the field, etc. Let's see.
Yeah, and I think one thing which I did want to try and pick up, George, was I think we've had a month of games or a little more than that. I think about 7 to 6 games for each of these sides, and the table is not too far off. I think, except for Punjab, the rest of the teams are pretty much close. If you see 3 teams at 8 points, 2 teams at 6 points, and 3 teams at 4 points. So everyone's got a chance still to try and make the playoffs. If you look at it, RCB just needs to try and get back into their winning streak, which they were on. And I think RCB and Punjab are definitely the top 2, but I think there are still there's going to be a good contention and fight for all of the remaining spots, and it doesn't look like some of the seasons where people have just run away with games where they've won, and a lot of that. There's a lot of gap between the teams. It doesn't seem that way this year, because there have been teams which we thought are absolutely ruthless and they would win, and we've seen them drop points, and we've seen some teams who are not performing great and suddenly they've come back in one game. So it is an interesting season again, to be honest, in terms of what I'm seeing.
You are also forgot that there's a team that's probably going to get Dhoni back, so that's going to be a huge shift for them. As far as RCB is concerned, I'm yet waiting to see Bethel instead of Romario Shepherd. I really, really would like to see that in RCB, and I think that's probably the one thing that needs to change in the game and to make it 100% complete. But other than that, most of the teams right now, all the teams have started to gel together, play well together. The chemistry is working, and everyone's churning out goods. And it's just to my own happiness. It's just KKR, which is like down in the dump, and I'm not complaining.
So, George, you and your KKR. Anyways, I think that wraps up our review and preview for tomorrow. And hopefully we'll get some sleep. We'll get some sleep, and we'll get some sleep as well. And we can all enjoy what should be a tactical masterclass tomorrow.
Hopefully from RR. I mean, I'm actually probably gonna watch more than a tactical thing if Vaibhav comes good. So yeah, I think in saying that, I just want to say keep the pulse racing. That's it from us. Keep the love pouring. Like, share, comment. We'll see you around. Adios.
Good night.